So folks, I find myself talking quite a bit about nutrition, but I don't tend to touch on exercise too much. So today we're going to touch on the fundamentals of exercise. So when it comes to exercise, a lot of people tend to overlook these basic fundamental principles of any exercise program. Now this doesn't matter if you're weight training in the gym, this doesn't matter if you're walking, doesn't matter if you're swimming. All these principles carry over to every discipline that you do. So let's kick things off, shall we? With any exercise program you design or someone designs for you, these four have to be considered. So starting with fundamental principle number one, specificity. Now what do I mean by this? I mean, does the program you're doing support the goal that you have? Ergo, if your goal is to lose weight and sculpt your muscles, or tone, as they say, then you need to make sure there is some resistance or weight training in your program. Therefore, that is the specificity. If, on the other hand, you're training for something like a 10K, then the specificity would be running. Your goal is to run a certain distance, and therefore you need to do the thing that's going to get you to your goal. Of course, there's other training that supports that, but we'll touch on that later. Number two, frequency. A lot of people think, go to the gym once a week, jobs are good, and thank you very much. It's not that simple. Your body needs frequency. Take resistance training for an example. When you lift weights, you break your muscles down, creating little micro tears in them, which your body has to repair. Once it repairs them, the muscles come back stronger, sometimes bigger, depending on how you train them. So, therefore, frequency is how often are you going to be doing said program. If your goal is to increase how far you can run, then you should be running often. In terms of frequency, it varies depending on the discipline that you're doing. But with resistance training, for example, average of about training each muscle group twice a week is about right. You don't want to do it too much more than that. The literature suggests that about twice is pretty optimal. Moving into progression. Something that's always overlooked. You can't just rock up, do the same workout over and over and over and over and over again, expect different results. You've got to progress it. How do you do that? Increase your weights is the obvious one. Increase your repetitions. Increase the amount of sets you're doing. Increase the time under tension of the workout. Increase the intensity of the workout. It all depends on what you're doing, but you need to have some kind of progression factored into your program in any way, shape or form. Your body adapts very quickly. There'll be a video coming up on this soon. However, you need to make sure, or therefore you need to make sure, that you are counteracting that by making sure that you're progressing your body. Otherwise, your body's not going to progress if you're not giving it a reason to. And finally, the most overlooked part of any exercise program is enjoyment. Do you actually enjoy what you're doing? Because I promise you, if you don't enjoy it, all of this shit doesn't matter, because you're not going to end up doing it anyway. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it, and you're certainly not going to come back and do it again and again and again and again and again. So frequency will go out the window, specificity is fucking pointless, and progression, well, you're not going to progress, are you? Because you're not actually doing the program. So focus on enjoyment first and foremost. Then factor in everything else. But regardless of what discipline you do, these are the fundamental principles of an exercise program. So folks, hopefully that made sense. If it did, please feel free to tag a mate so that you can share this info with them, or feel free to share it on your page itself. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. I've got some very exciting ones coming your way, so stay tuned.